to a video that hopefully will be a nice overview of everything so you can look from the bird's eye view, so to speak. A quick reminder, if you're in our PowerPoint and you go to slide 69, slide 70, slide 71, slide 73, slide 74, slide 75, 76, 78, 79, 80, 81. There are some really good examples of how to build pedigrees and how to do Punnett squares or possibilities for epistasis, for polygenic traits, for codominant, incomplete dominant, and complete dominant. So these are resources that you either have in your notes or handouts that I've given you for your work. Now, in terms of the 5 traits assignment, it's really incumbent and important that when you finish this assignment tomorrow that you have 5 traits: eye color, hair color, dimples, right or left-handedness, widow's peak, balding, etc. listed here. Here's going to be where you have your genotype. So big D is dimples, little d equals no dimples. It's important that you specify here, is this autosomal or sex-linked? It's autosomal because my research says there's no link between dimples and sex. And we also know that it's recessive because you only show the trait if you're little d. If you have a dominant allele for dimples, you will express it. Now, 2 places that can help you with this, especially if you're doing polygenic traits. We spent some time talking about the 3 steps of creating a code for polygenic traits when it came to my parents' height or my family's height. I categorized people based on either categories or height. I did some research about specific things that would influence height and came up with individual patterns and genotypes for those features. I then measured data about my individuals, and then I classified them. So this document, which we did on Monday and Tuesday, would be really helpful for you if you're trying to figure out how to code for your family tree. Also today or yesterday, I gave you the 4 steps of doing the research and developing the code in terms of doing research, developing the independent code for each trait, and then creating an overall code based on the number of genes that you've coded for, and then applying it and checking it to your family tree. So for example, if I go back here and I did eye color, I might say it's polygenic. Polygenic means multiple letters. I know that OCA2 is a dominant brown and recessive blue trait. I know that HERC2 modifies OCA2 expression, and when we see that, dominant is more pigment, recessive is less pigment. And I also know that there's a GY2 gene that codes for green eyes expressed, so big G, and blue eyes, little g. This is research that I've done many times with students. If you're doing eye color and one of these genes doesn't seem familiar, that's okay. There's more than 16 genes that code for eye color. I'm just picking 3 that I've seen. So then I go over here and I develop my code. So big O would be brown. Little o equals blue. Ignore that little o there. I could say big G equals green, little g equals blue, big H is dark, little h, do is white. Notice I'm skipping heterozygous, so this might be hazel, this might be blue-greenish, this might be medium-toned. There's going to be 3 different letter combinations for each different gene. So 3 times 3, or 3 times 3 is 9. I should have 9 different phenotypes and 9 different types of genotypes. So the last thing I would do would be big O, big O. Big G, big G, big H, big H. And based on my information, that's going to be brown. Brown is dominant over green, so I would not be seeing green eyes, and I'd be dark. So I'd be dark brown. I might do little o, big G, big H, little h. Blue for the O's. Green is dominant over blue. Big H means it's dark, little h is light, so this would be medium green. And I would just come up with different combinations in this column that might either express the phenotypes in my family and or all the different possibilities. Up to you. So this is the 5 traits. This is due tomorrow at the end of the day. In terms of your summative, which is due at the end of the day on Monday or Tuesday, all you're going to be doing is creating a family tree. And here I have siblings, I have parents, I have grandparents. This is showing 2 parents having SS and QS as 2 parents. You can easily copy and paste this. So here's a second version. When you copy and paste it, this allows you then to do step 2, which is making 5 of these trees and 5 of these tables. Each tree should have the color code for different individuals, either using genotype or phenotype, and then you color code your family tree as a result. So for example, if I was going into this tree and color coding for eye color, excuse me, I might be having, I would need to have a code for green, I would need to have a code for dark brown, I might need a code for really dark brown, and down below here, I could do here. Big O, big O, big H, big H, big G, big G. And that is a phenotype for dark brown. You're going to want to do this for each of your family trees. This shouldn't take too long because you already have the code here with the phenotypes and genotypes. You're just showing it in terms of mathematical probability and also the function of meiosis. Below here, you're going to have a row for each individual genotype and phenotype. So notice for attached or unattached earlobes, there's really only 3 options: big A, big A, big A, little a, little a, little a. Here they are in terms of the genotype, here they are in terms of the phenotype, here they are in terms of what's dominant and recessive. In these 2 figures here, I'm going to type a little bit about the information I researched on in terms of, is there a difference between attached and unattached earlobes? In terms of fitness, in terms of expression, in terms of what it does for human beings. Like, does having attached or unattached earlobes matter? The other thing you're going to do research on is, where is this trait expressed? Could it be expressed in terms of parts of the body, or different parts of your lifespan, or different environments, or different reasons? So for example, you might talk about UV exposure could increase melanin production. You go somewhere sunny, you're going to make more melanin. Or maybe growth hormone is produced at increased levels when you are in puberty, which is why you are taller / grow more at that time. I'm really just looking for you to write in your own words things about when this trait is expressed and made and where, and also if differences in these traits actually matter for the human beings that get them. I hope this has been helpful. We are starting evolution on Monday and Tuesday of next week, but by all means, you will be able to ask me questions tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, flex. Let me know what I can do to help. See you for now. Bye.